Everyone says you need more motivation, but what if that's the biggest lie you've believed? You watch another inspiring video. For a few minutes, you feel unstoppable. Your energy shoots up. You promise yourself, this time will be different. You finally begin. Everything feels possible. But a few hours later, that powerful feeling quietly disappears. The work stays unfinished, and you start blaming yourself again. Days turn into weeks. The same cycle repeats over and over. You think tomorrow will magically give you motivation. Tomorrow keeps moving further away. Here's the truth. The problem isn't your motivation. The real problem is something much deeper, and once you understand it, everything changes. Motivation feels powerful, but it's only temporary. Like a phone battery, it slowly drains no matter how full it starts. If your success depends on motivation, your progress depends on a feeling. The most successful people don't always feel ready. They simply keep showing up. Every small action builds momentum, not excitement. There's a choice you make every day. Wait until you feel like it or begin anyway. The moment you choose action over emotion, your life starts changing. One completed task may seem small, but it teaches your brain to trust you. Confidence doesn't come first. It grows after repeated action. This is where motivation ends and discipline begins. Discipline isn't built in one day. It's built one small action at a time. The results may seem invisible at first, but every effort is creating change. Most people spend their lives chasing motivation. They run after a feeling. Feelings disappear, habits remain. Every action is like placing one brick. One brick doesn't look impressive, but after enough days, those bricks become an unbreakable foundation. You don't become disciplined overnight. You become disciplined by repeating simple promises to yourself. The strongest confidence comes from keeping your own word. Big dreams aren't reached with giant leaps. They're reached with consistent steps, and those small steps are slowly turning you into someone unstoppable. Discipline isn't about feeling energetic, it's about showing up anyway. Some days you'll feel excited, most days you won't. The people who succeed don't wait for the perfect mood. Every decision shapes your identity. Each choice says, "This is who I am." Removing distractions is often more powerful than searching for inspiration. Focus isn't a gift, it's something you protect every single day. Small victories don't look impressive, but together they become extraordinary. Consistency beats intensity every single time. One day, you'll look back and realize how far you've actually come, and that's when you'll understand you never needed more motivation. Everyday life gives you two choices, comfort now or growth later. The easier path feels good today. The harder path builds a better tomorrow. Growth is rarely exciting. Most of the time, it's simply repeating the basics. There will always be resistance. That's a sign you're moving forward. You don't have to move fast, you just have to keep moving. Stop chasing perfection. Progress is the only goal that matters. You will make mistakes. You will miss days. But successful people aren't those who never fall, they're the ones who always get back up. And when you refuse to quit, every step starts to matter. And without realizing it, you're becoming the person you once admired. Every excuse feels reasonable until you compare it with your dreams. Your future isn't built by big moments. It's built by small actions repeated daily. Tiny wins don't change your life overnight. They change who you become. Every huge goal looks impossible until you stop staring at the top. Focus on today's step. Tomorrow will take care of itself. Success leaves clues. One of the biggest is consistency. While others wait to feel motivated, you can already be making progress. A habit is simply an action you've repeated enough time. One day, you'll open your notebook and realize you've become stronger than you imagined. The climb is still going, but now it finally feels natural. Something has changed, not around you, but inside you. The person in the mirror is no longer waiting for inspiration. Every promise you kept became proof that you can trust yourself. You stopped asking, "Do I feel motivated today?" Instead, you started asking, "What does the person I want to become do next?" That's the moment your identity began to change. Excuses lost their power because your habits became stronger. The summit isn't getting closer by luck. It's getting closer because you never stopped climbing. For the first time, progress feels normal instead of difficult. And now you're about to discover the biggest lesson of all. Look how far you've come, not because it was easy, but because you refused to stop moving forward. The person who needed motivation every day is no longer the person you are. You became someone who acts even without excitement. Every ordinary day became another victory. And those ordinary days created an extraordinary life. The greatest reward was never the destination. It was becoming someone who trusts themselves completely. That's a feeling no motivational video can ever give you. The breakthrough is only one step away. This is your breakthrough, not because you reached the top, but because you discovered what truly got you here. It wasn't endless motivation, it was thousands of small decisions. Every check mark, every ordinary day, every promise you kept. And here's the surprise. There's always another mountain, but this time, you don't feel overwhelmed. Because now you know the secret. You don't have to be perfect. You only have to keep showing up, one day at a time. Discipline is no longer something you practice. It has become part of who you are. The final lesson is about to change the way you see success forever. You were never missing motivation. You were missing a system you could trust. Every promise you kept became a brick in the person you are today. Tomorrow doesn't create a new life. What you do today does. Start so small that you can't convince yourself to quit. Stop waiting for the perfect feeling. Action creates the feeling you're looking for. Discipline isn't punishment. It's freedom from depending on your emotions. So here's my challenge to you. Make one promise to yourself today and keep it, even if it's the smallest promise you've ever made. Months from now, you won't remember how motivated you felt. You'll remember that you started, because in the end, you never needed more motivation. You only needed the courage to take the first step and the discipline to take the next one. If this story inspired you, remember, your next action matters more than your next excuse.